Good evening. This is Dominic with TheBackVlog, and we have returned to Castlevania. So I finished Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and I think this collection has the other Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, which I don't know what that is yet. I'll read or I'll play that eventually. But Castlevania 2 is an experience, to say the least. It took me 2 tries. The first try, I abandoned completely because I messed up my playthrough so bad that I had to backtrack so far. And that was even with the save states. And I was like, I don't want to do this right now. So I stopped playing it, and then that's when I played Slitterhead. And I was like, I gotta go back to Castlevania 2 because like I was so close to beating it and it's not gonna take long. So I started it over. And you know, the second time around, I decided to make a map for myself. I don't know if you can really see it. This map helped. I have the hiccups. This map helped me out a lot. And if I did that the first time around, I wouldn't have abandoned it. You know, Castlevania 2, it's ambitious to a fault. It's got a lot of cool things going on, and as a departure from like the action platformer of the first one into basically kind of like this RPG kind of thing, it's really interesting. And you know, I really have to applaud it for the things that it does. Not the things that it tries to do, but the things that it does. The sprite art here is, again, it's really incredible. I didn't think the color palettes were very appetizing. I guess appetizing is not the right word, but I didn't think they were very pleasing. Especially the towns. The towns like felt. I mean, like honestly, it's a deliberate choice, though. You know, I was gonna say like the towns like feel drab, but like you know the towns contextually are drab. I don't know. I think maybe I was a little bit too harsh with my initial notes here. I don't think the color scheme is ugly, actually, now that I think about it. I think it's really cool. And I think the way that it shades the like the nature elements, like the trees and the ground and everything, when it switches between day and night, which is a mechanic that annoys a lot of people. It didn't really annoy me that much. I thought it's really interesting. I thought that mechanic was really interesting. But the way that everything is lit differently between the day and the night is really, really well done. The music is incredible, actually. I guess I'll go pull this out real quick. I brought this out the first time. This is the second attempt of me shooting this video as well, by the way. I don't have. I'm not going to upload my initial Castlevania 2 video because I didn't think it was fair to, you know, talk about it and not having finished it. But let me go get it real quick. Speaking of the music of Castlevania 2, I have from Mondo the Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest 10-inch vinyl. This has, I think, both versions of the game. It has the American version, the NES version, and the Famicom version. But yeah, this thing is awesome. The main like night song often gets stuck in my head, and you know, this is a good thing to spin around Halloween time. But yeah, the music was great. The boss battles are not very good. They're incredibly easy. I didn't have to do anything except for stand in a corner and blast everything with fire. Honestly, I think that's about all I have to say for Castlevania 2. You know, you do have the obtuseness of it as well. It's impossible to beat without a guide. It might have been designed that way to sell magazines and instruction or strategy guides or whatever. I don't know if they had strategy guides in the 80s, but they definitely had magazines. But yeah, you know, this game was cooking. But what it was cooking was and something that requires an acquired taste. That's how I'll put Castlevania 2. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Not as bad as people make it out to be, not as bad as I initially thought it was, not as bad as the first version of me said it was. Yeah, it's fine. It's Castlevania 2. Castlevania 2.